Hey there, welcome back for another ASMR video. So today I wanted to share with you something I'm very proud of, and that is my part in a gigantic collaboration with a ton of amazing ASMR artists, and that is the Murder on the Orient Express. So I played the role of the Doctor, so I'm really the second up as we sort of find some clues on the ground to help the viewer to find who may have committed the crime. I want to give a special shout out to ASMR Weekly, as well as Tinglesmith. You can find the full collaboration, of course, on Tinglesmith's channel, which I will link in the description below. But thank you both for putting this together. It's a true honor, and I hope that my viewers will love it as well. So we're going to start off with just the introduction, and then I'm going to lead into my part for the story. So it's maybe 7 to 10 minutes or so, and then that'll be it. And at the end of the video, I'm just going to give my thoughts about overall being a part of this amazing collaboration, and just thank you and all that. But I wanted to say, in this collaboration is some amazing ASMR artists. ASMR Zeitgeist, Relaxing Male ASMR, Carol ASMR, one of my colleagues for TingleCon, Tinglesmith, Jellybean Green, who I've shouted out also in a video, Amy K, Whispers Audio, Jess K, another person I've worked with on a lot of collaborations, ASMR Weekly I mentioned, Atlas ASMR, really talented ASMR as well, Miss Chloe ASMR, and Nameless Nomad ASMR. So everyone is just fantastically talented, and I strongly recommend that you go check out all their channels, which I will link in the description below. So with that all said, let's go ahead and dive into this film, or at least my part of it. And at the end, like I said, I'm gonna just talk about my overall thoughts and feelings. All right, let's go.
And so, with this unpleasant business wrapped up, to bed. But alas, our sleep was to be disturbed. The next morning, the train awakes to murder. So, what else is there to do, mon ami, but call for a doctor and the greatest detective on earth, Mr. Hercule Poirot.
See here, but I think I may have found something. Yes, indeed. Yes, it is all very mysterious indeed. I, for one, am perplexed, but I have conducted my initial investigation, and I believe that I may have found some clues which will shed light on this mystery. I must say that I'm a bit nervous, so if I'm not thinking quite straight, I apologize. I'm nervous that this killer may be lurking amongst us. Now, to begin, let me put my candle down. I cannot show you these clues with one hand. Now, the first clue is this handkerchief here. Now, as you can see, it is crafted with excellent embroidery and stitching. Absolutely, this is an essential clue to discovering a murder. Now, I found another clue which I think may shed some light on this subject. This watch. As you can see, this watch is stopped on 1:15. Now, I, for one, would bet that that indeed is the time of our murder. I am not, of course, sure of this, but if that's when it stopped, it must mean that is when it may have taken place. Now, I found another clue which I think may be of interest as well. Well, you see, this is a metal sort of scoop that we can use, or pick, to use to scoop out the pipe. It is a pipe cleaner, metal one. I saw my father smoking and using one of these so long ago. Now, it is very possible that our perpetrator has a pipe or is a pipe smoker. Something to consider. Now, there's something else that something else that I found quite interesting. It is this conductor's pin. Standard issue, of course. My father was in the industry, and I know for a fact these brass pins cannot be given to any but officials. You can see here. Perhaps you can see a little bit closer there. Now, very interesting indeed. It does smell a bit of brandy as well, a bourbon. Perhaps a bit, something is wafting in the air there. No, that's something else to consider as well. Now, lastly, I seem to have found this parchment, which it's in some sort of coded language. I can't read it, but perhaps you could take a look and investigate it further and see if you can decipher this code. Now, that all said, this is not the only thing of interest. I would like to also show you this here. It looks a bit fresh here. This wound is very fresh. The blood is still dripping, of course. And as a doctor, I can say that this is a sign that this was committed very, very recently. Blood coagulates and, of course, does not stay like this for very long, unless the death is very recent. Now, it is my official thought that whoever this killer is, they're still on this train somewhere. But you can't trust anybody here. It's a bunch of snakes, a den of vipers. But that all said, I hope these clues were of use to you. And may you solve this murder. Godspeed.
No. I do not think this note is intended to say Daisy Arms, but Daisy Armstrong. You remember the case of Daisy Armstrong, no?
The World News. Armstrong kidnapping. Lady and Colonel Armstrong's young daughter kidnapped at night from her crib. A nighttime abduction rocks the household and disturbs the nation. Soon after, a ransom letter demanding $100,000 for Daisy's safe return is unearthed. In desperation, the Armstrongs pay the ransom, but in a shocking twist of evil, little Daisy is found murdered in cold blood. Lady Armstrong, who was pregnant at the time, so destroyed by the shock, goes into premature labor. Neither mother nor daughter survive. Pressure for justice sees the household maid brought in for questioning, and ultimately charged for a crime she didn't commit. Before the true culprit is identified, the young maid takes her own life in prison in a further cascade of injustice. The district attorney resigns in disgrace. The true criminal mastermind, a member of the crime organization known as the Mafia, Franco Cassetti, is ultimately charged with the crime. However, with inside help, this personification of evil evades justice with a shameful trial, which is beset with rumors of witness intimidation, jury bribery, and evidence tampering. The current whereabouts of Mr. Cassetti are unknown, but...
Alright, I hope that you enjoyed that. I certainly did. And if you want to see the whole film, ASMR film, it's on Tingle Smith's channel, which I'll link in the description below, as I said. And also it is available on ASMR Weekly's channel too. So I hope that you will go check out the rest of the video. I also want to say I hope you take a few moments to check out all of the amazing ASMR artists that were a part of this collaboration. Every single one of these people are people I respect and admire and have followed as outside of my time as a creator. But I just wanted to speak for a few moments about just my feelings about being part of this huge collaboration, because I felt that it was very special. And just seeing creatively where ASMR can go, it's just a beautiful thing, because I'm a believer in this community. You know, I am one of the hosts of TingleCon. Shout out to Carol and FamCam and newly appointed Tingle Smith, who is now a part of our team. But I really want to bring this community together, and I know there's so many talented ASMR artists who can create something even more amazing than this. So I'd love to see where that goes in the future. And this kind of gives me hope that maybe we could transcend just this idea that ASMR is meant for relaxation, and maybe look at it more as a form of art. And so this collaboration, this video really, I think, touched on something quintessential about this form and this emerging medium, which is ASMR. And I really am looking forward to seeing where it can go in the future. Overall, it was just a sense of honor to be working with all these amazing, so many of which I've worked with in other collaborations or through TingleCon. But that all said, just seeing so much talent. And one last thing I'd like to say is, it really reminds me almost of a giant playhouse, if that makes sense, or a giant theater. You know, there's so many different personalities, and just to see it all come together with this amazing aesthetic, and it just looks so professional, it gives me hope that, again, like an opera or like a symphony, ASMR or a film, ASMR might be its own style of creative medium. So I look forward to seeing how that happens. So once again, thank you so much, ASMR Weekly. Thank you so much, Tinglesmith. Thank you to all the amazing ASMRs that I mentioned before. Again, links will be in the description below, and there should be many more role plays, hopefully in the future, coming from myself and hopefully some of these other artists that we saw today. So thank you so much, and have a good one.